G'day guys and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be going through my finals week 1 tips and predictions, and we're also going to go review our round 24 tips and predictions. Finally, it's the finals time, but before we get into the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. In the off season I've got quite a bit of content coming out, so make sure you subscribe for that content. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video by reviewing round 24. Starting off in reviewing round 24, I got a total of 6 out of 9 tips correct. Started off strong on that Friday, the 23rd of August, by tipping Collingwood to get the job done. I tipped them by a margin of 17. The actual margin was a 46 point margin, so I was 29 points off. It was a good game. Obviously, the lightning delay in that fourth quarter was absolutely, in my opinion, was crazy. It was crazy scenes there. Then on the Saturday, Hawthorn versus North. Who would have thought Hawthorn would get their biggest win of the season in the last round of the home and away season against North Melbourne? 124-point win for the Hawthorn Hawks. An absolute destroying and masterclass by the Hawthorn Hawks at Utah Stadium. Basically the same outcome here and also in Geelong. GMHBA, Geelong got the job done over West Coast by 93. To be honest, I saw that coming, but I genuinely thought we were going to get flogged by 100 plus. We somehow decided to fight and not let it be a 100-point smashing, but still was a smashing. But I'd say in that second half, West Coast played very, very good footy, to be honest. We played very, very good footy. Then on the MCG afterwards, Richmond, Gold Coast, Dusty, Voston and Pickett's farewell. They didn't get the job done over the Gold Coast Suns. Gold Coast Suns got the job done. I was thinking of changing my tip to Richmond before the game, but I was like, no, I'll stay with the Suns. Lucky I did. And then at the Gabba, Brisbane, Essendon. Brisbane got the job done. In my opinion, Essendon got an amazing comeback rolling, but they just couldn't. They didn't get the comeback sooner, and they sent Heppel away out of the AFL with a loss, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And then to finish off the Saturday at the SCG, Sydney versus Adelaide. Sydney got the job done. Not really surprised there. So far we've got a 6 out of 6, and then the Sunday is where I get scuffed. So pretty sure in the video I tipped the Western Bulldogs. In my video I tipped the Western Bulldogs. But then I changed my tip to GWS after the video. And then it turns out that's backfired on me. Western Bulldogs got the job done. It was a good game, very, very windy, and Bulldogs somehow managed to work through the wind. Oh my god, this was so unlucky. I changed my tip. I went St Kilda to win, and then during the week I changed it to Carlton, because I'm like, I'm not really that too confident in St Kilda anymore. And then St Kilda, goddamn Jack Higgins pulls a snap around the body out of his goddamn bum. An absolute amazing goal by Jack Higgins. A goal to be remembered by Jack Higgins. And then at Optus Stadium, the final game of the home and away season. Pretty sure I tipped Power to win that game in the video. I don't know who I tipped, but then I changed it to Freo. I don't know, and Freo lost. So realistically, I reckon if I didn't change my tips, I could have got an 8 out of 9 or a 9 out of 9. So there's your lesson for you guys, kids. Don't change your tips. Anyways, let's move on to the finals week 1 tips and predictions. We're starting off on the 5th of September, 5:40 p.m. at the Adelaide Oval. Power taking on the Geelong Cats. Now, this realistically is going to be a decent matchup, but it does look like it will be a one-sided affair. Geelong obviously coming off amazing form, a 93-point win over the West Coast Eagles, which, to be honest, I reckon Port Adelaide could have done as well. Port Adelaide just got a 20-point win over the Fremantle Dockers, so both teams in this game just came off wins to Perth sides. Power, they're looking good on the other hand, especially at the Adelaide Oval. They're very, very dominant at the Adelaide Oval. Geelong, they're known for being very, very smart around the footy, and they're just known to bring their IQ always into this game. So that's one of my reasons why I've tipped Port Adelaide to win this game by 13 points. I hope that it's a very, very good qualifying final. I really hope it is a good one. Now moving on to the Friday night, the 6th of September at the MCG, we got the Western Bulldogs taking on the Hawthorn Hawks. Now, Western Bulldogs, they're a big experienced side. Obviously, their captain, Marcus Bontempelli, just got the pretty sure AFL Players Association MVP and also the All-Australian captain. And the Hawthorn Hawks, they've been doing very, very well. Hawthorn, they went from being 0-5 at the start of the season to going into the final series. It's going to be a good game at the MCG. I've heard that all of these games are apparently sellouts, so hopefully there's a decent crowd for both of these, all games this week, I should say. Hawthorn, they'll definitely have the faves. They definitely will have the crowd. They definitely will have the crowd. And this is like one of the even matchup. This is probably gonna be the game of the round, to be honest. It's very, very equal in the odds. So I'm gonna go Hawthorn to win this game by 5. Send Bulldogs straight out of finals. God, I'll feel bad for the Bulldogs fans if this happens, but I do really want Hawthorn to go into a semi and hopefully see them going into a prelim or a grand final. Don't think a grand final is possible, but hopefully prelim is. Now moving on to the first afternoon game on the Saturday, 7th of September, the SCG. Battle of the Bridges, Sydney versus GWS. Now, Sydney and GWS, this is their 4th time playing against each other in a final series ever since GWS came into the AFL. Last time we saw this was, I'm pretty sure, in 2021. It was played at Optus Stadium, I'm pretty sure, and that's when Toby Green got that infamous suspension for, I'm pretty sure, shoving an umpire. Sydney, they're obviously minor premiers, and the SCG. Sydney are good at the SCG. GWS, they're rolling into some form. GWS have got a dangerous forward line, very, very dangerous. You've got Brent Daniels in there. You got Darcy Jones, Jesse Hogan, Aaron Cadman is usually hanging around there as well. Their forward line is super, super deadly, GWS, and I think Sydney are able to lock that down. GWS, I don't think, if Sydney even lock it down, they're still going to try and find ways to score GWS, and that's why I feel like I'm going to get GWS to win this game by 9 points. And I don't think Sydney will have a good run in the final series. I think they could go out in straight sets, especially with their mediocre form recently. Now moving on to the final game of the round, it is Brisbane versus Carlton. It's the Saturday night at the Gabba. We've seen this before. We've seen this in the preliminary final last year. We've seen this in opening round this year. Carlton got the job done in opening round this year, and Brisbane got the job done last year in the prelim, and for Brisbane, they're basically in the same position. If they win this, they move on to the next round of finals. So, and I know Brisbane are definitely going to want to fight for it. Carlton are going to have some big ins. They're going to probably have Charlie Curnow in. There's definitely been rumours about Sam Doherty coming in. Don't know about Tom De Koning, probably Harry Mackay. So their forward line, Carlton, is back together. They've got also some underrated players as well. Matt Owies sadly is out as well because from a suspension. There's a star by the name of Ashton Moyer. He's an absolute star, and so is Cooper Lord. But I just do not see Carlton winning this game still. They're still going to be quite in shambles, especially if some of their defenders don't come back in time, because Curnow and Mackay, it will be definitely hard for them to kick goals up against. You got those like Harris Andrews, and yeah, it's going to be tough for Carlton to score. So that's why I've got Brisbane to win this game by 19 points. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.